Hey guys, it's Adam Vore once again, www.ccrg.info, Citizens Committee for Restructured Government. I'm the Vice President. Um, Today's video is about a lot of things that are supposed to be happening soon. Also some things that are really peeving me off that I'm sure those of you truthers out there could understand my frustration. But first things first, I wanted to tell you guys a little story. I went out last Sunday. It was last Sunday. Today is let's see, today's the 20th of September. So this just 2 days ago, I went out to basically get some food, walk around town, get some exercise. And I walk into this place and I see this beautiful girl and I say to myself, she probably doesn't have any meaning or purpose in her life. Let me see if I can tell her a little bit about what's going on in the world and enlighten her and bring her to the truth, right? So I grab my food, I finish eating, and then finally I'm done eating. Your name, I don't want to say her name, but I just said, let me ask you a question. And she goes, yeah, sure, go ahead. I said, if you can change one thing about the world for the better, what would it be? And she looked at me and she went like this. Uh, Gee, I don't know. That's a good question. I've never thought about that. Now, when I heard that, I literally flipped out in my mind like, what the F is your problem? You never thought how to make the world a better place. It never even crossed your mind. You never even thought for 1 second, what can I do to make the world better? What can I do as a human being to make it better for everybody involved? I just find that so amazing. I'll be 30 years old tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday, just so all you know. And I am weeping for the youth of today. I am weeping for the youth because they have no idea. They have no clear goal. They have no idea what they're going to do with their life. They're just following along with the normal routine. And I'm not speaking for all youth, obviously. There are aware and awake individuals out there. But you mean to tell me that if I ask you that question, what one thing would you change for the world for the better? You wouldn't know how to answer it? She didn't even give me an answer. She just said, I don't know. I have no idea. Nothing came to mind. That's a red flag, everybody. That's a red flag that we need to start waking up as as a human race. We need to start waking up and realize that you can do something to make the world a better place, and you need to start thinking about the world besides yourself. Because when you put others before yourself, then they put themselves before you, everybody's taken care of. See, if everybody just sacrificed their own selves and their time and helped others, everybody would do the same thing for you and it would balance out. But the problem is no one ever does that. I see a lot of good people sacrificing all their time and never getting any, payment in return. And what I mean by payment is, someone to understand, lend an ear, lend them some money, fund their organization or whoever's organization might be, whether it be mine or whether it be Joe Blow Schmo from Kokomo, it doesn't matter. But the point I'm trying to make is there's so many people out there that are not willing to give. And, because everybody expects, if I'm going to give you something, you got to give me something back in return. No one selflessly gives like Christ did. Christ selflessly gave his life. And certain priests and prophets and all famous people, famous people who stood for the truth gave their lives throughout throughout history, because they knew that if they didn't, stick with what they were, then when they passed from this reality, it's going to be a lot worse for them. So it's just very disheartening to me. I'm trying to wake these people up, and I don't know how to wake them up. I just want to get that story off my chest. I just couldn't believe the audacity that her parents or nobody taught her, the importance of saving the planet. But anyway, that leads me to my next point. I came across a YouTube video. I don't know the link. It was a C-SPAN video of the House, and they were voting on a bill. And there was a gentleman saying, for the Homeland Security, in case of disaster, that's classified. In case of nuclear, classified. And he said classified every other word, meaning he wasn't allowed to give the details of the bill, but, they're voting on it, and it's a classified bill. Now, why is Homeland Security gearing up, and wanting to pass a bill to give them supreme power in a drastic situation where no holds, there's no hope for us situation? Number two, Obama's going to be underground facility on the 27th of this month, September. Number three, Comet Ellen is supposed to be closest to the Earth on the 27th, and apparently some pieces broke off. Number four, a satellite that's been up there for I don't know how many years, like 12 or 13 years or something like that, is breaking down in orbit, and debris is spreading across the whole world. And they said 1 in 2,300 people, I'm paraphrasing, I think it's like 1 in 2,300 people are going to be hit by some piece of debris. Why is this not in mainstream news media? And why is all this stuff happening at the same time? Plus, if you go over to Starscream, I'll put his name right here on the video. You can see all his videos explaining, what I'm telling you guys. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you really have the peace in your heart, and you really have the peace of God, the Creator, in your heart, you're not going to worry. I see all these bad things happening, but you want to know something? I think they're blessings in disguise. I really do. I think they're sent to wake you up, and I'm thinking that this whole reality is not real. It's a lie. And people can say, oh, well, that's from Matrix, the movie. I'm not saying it's the Matrix. I'm just saying this whole reality is a lie. We are literally a dream. And this is not our real existence. Our real existence is our soul particle, our soul inside of this physical shell we call a body. When you look in the mirror, you're not looking at yourself. You're looking at the shell that houses who you are. And a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people see, well, this is me and my makeup and I look so beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with looking good. I'm not downplaying that for all you ladies out there. But you need to start looking in yourself. Like, I have a friend. And, I'm a man. I like women. I will admit that. And he says, oh, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. And there can be a woman with a nice, shapely figure. And I'll look at her. I'll be like, I'm not attracted to her. And he'll be like, why? How can you not be attracted to her? I'm like, because I look at her. She has no positive energy. She's a negative person. For some reason, I'm attracted to energy. I've been out with girls that have been overweight and they had beautiful energy, and I love spending time with them. I've been out with girls that were skinny and they have beautiful energy. I love spending time with them. It's like, don't get me wrong. The looks are a factor, but it's not the most important factor. It's probably the second or third most important factor in your relationship, or if you're looking for a woman or for a woman looking for a guy. You want somebody with substance. You want somebody with experience and wisdom and knowledge. And I can't really, especially in Long Island, New York, I can't really find any women like that. So if any of you ladies want to hang out with a really cool, awesome guy, let me know. All right? Send me a message down below. We'll have a little talk. But the point I'm trying to make is, a lot of this youth is just, they're lost. And it's up to us, the truthers, to try to wake these people up and let them know the truth before it's too late, because it's almost too late for them. And I'm sorry to say, it's almost too late. Now, I don't like quoting the Bible, except only if it's from Jesus Christ, because that's, personally, I believe Jesus, that's it. But I don't really like quoting the Bible unless it's from Christ. But the bottom line is, a lot of what it says, it's, in the Apocalypse and Revelations, is 144,000 are supposed to be saved from this planet in the end times. Now, if that's true, hypothetical, think about that. 144,000. 7 billion people on the planet. It's a drop of water in a bucket. And if that number is true, and it is, right, there's, I would have to agree with that, because there's a lot, everywhere I go, I do not see a lot of people. I see a lot of good people, but I see a lot more possessed people that aren't aware. So keep your heads up. Whatever happens these next coming days, supposedly on the 27th or around there, whatever happens, just keep your faith. Stay close to God, the Creator. Stay close. Keep Jesus in your heart. Try to love. Forgive everybody who's going to act crazy. There's going to be a lot of craziness. Forgive them. They have no idea what they're doing. And if you know the truth, and you're like me, and you know the truth, and when this stuff hits the fan, and everybody else is like, oh my God, why didn't I listen to you? Just don't be there to say, I told you so, but just be there to say, listen, I was telling you for a while. Now are you ready to listen? And if they're ready to listen, you tell them everything that we know. Extraterrestrials, government corruption, cancer cures, free energy devices, what's really going on behind the scenes, what's really going on, multidimensional reality existence. This is the stuff that people don't really know about. And if you know about it and you don't know why you know about it, then obviously you're hearing from a higher source and you're being, chosen for a brighter future. Now, one more thing. YouTube is censoring a lot of people. I don't know if I'll be censored. I'm not saying I will. I don't know. But they're censoring a lot of my friends that I subscribe to. They're censoring a lot of people. Facebook is censoring my posts. I have to keep clicking on it like 17 million freaking times before a post goes through to a video. And I have to go do, I'm not going to say because I don't want them to figure it out. I have to do it in a roundabout way, which gives me the ability to do it every time. I just recently figured that out, but I don't want to say it here because if they're watching, I'm sorry guys, I can't really share that with you. But bottom line is they're starting to censor everybody. They're afraid. And we need to stay strong. Whatever's going to happen, I think the bad guys are afraid, and I think us good guys have nothing to be afraid about because we know that there's a better life for us waiting for us after this. And this is all what I like to call a soul college. And we're all learning our lessons, and we're all going through our experiences. So I leave you all with this. God bless you all. Keep the faith. Keep strong. Keep going forward. if any new developments happen, and I will give you my take on any new developments. But as of lately, all I'm seeing is the same stuff, every day. It's not really anything new. Earthquakes, yada yada yada. So until I see something really, really, earth shattering, I will post about it. But until then, God bless you all. Keep the faith, and remember, it's you may not believe it, but just call upon Jesus. If you're in trouble and you really need help, just ask Jesus to help you, and you will receive that help. Just gotta believe. If you believe and you ask for that help, it will be given to you. I promise. God bless you all. Keep up the faith. Bye.